Hey guys, welcome back. A lot of you guys ever wonder why my painting is looking dull? Well, that's because of the muted colors, or you can say unsaturated colors. Yeah, you heard right. Art doesn't stand out because of the desaturated colors. I also did mistakes a tons of times, like not applying saturated colors. Then gradually I learned the importance of the saturation. You have to play with the saturation bar. You have to tweak a little bit with the saturation. It immediately shows the difference as soon as you start tweaking with it. Here I have used this orange picture because of the sunlight is falling directly on these orange slices. The mood is already set. The saturation is kind of perfect. And these kind of pictures are perfect while you practice on saturation studies. And while you're studying on saturation, the observation of the essential parts, and while you're studying about saturation, observation of the color intensity is the most important thing. If you generate good observation, then you can solve complicated renderings easily. And observation makes you a better artist. Saturation should be limited to a certain point, like limited point, like saturation shouldn't be more or less. You have to keep this in your mind because too much saturation can ruin your art. And if you add less saturated colors, then it will take out the life from the art. And after that, no matter how much you refine your art, it will not turn out lively and attractively. As I previously said, I've been through this situation many times, and to fix this problem, I researched a bunch of times and practiced a lot. And after practicing a lot, I recovered from the problem, not fully, but in the intermediate level. I'm still learning about the saturation levels and many other things which are necessary for the rendering. And if you are a beginner, then I would suggest to watch Sam's tutorials and Ross tutorials, and they've kind of mastered the color harmony, saturation and levels, etc. And keep the habit of practicing of different lighting scenarios, like how saturation functions according to the different lighting scenarios, like how saturation works in the dark areas or fully exposed areas, like sun is hitting directly to the object. And give time yourself and your art, because as much as you give time to your art, then your mind will unlock the mysteries of the perfections. You have to observe, research and practice a lot if you want to be a good artist. Sometimes you get demotivated because of the imperfections of your art, but believe me, as you practice and research, gradually you will become more and more perfect in your renderings. In digital art, saturation can be easily modified by using hues and saturation bars. And you know what? Saturated colors attracts more audience and it looks catchy. If you take an example of Sam, basically what he does, he uses slightly punchy colors while rendering an art. By this little trick, his paintings really stands out. If you want to learn something from different artists, then you have to keep learning from them and observe their renderings, how they do and how they play with saturation, etc. Basically what I mean, saturation is not the only thing that you have to keep in your mind, but it is one of the most important key points that you have to use in your art. That's why you have to be careful with saturations. And one more thing, don't use saturated colors everywhere, like saturation varies according to the scenarios or environment. And that's the wrap. I hope you guys have learned something from this video. Thanks for watching.